So we have a rig here that we're using to shoot a string up into dead pine trees. We have a piece of property that has about 25 pine trees that have to be removed because they're close to the road and they're close to a neighbor's property. So we came up with this this kind of method of shooting a string. So we ordered this string right here. This is a Teflon string. I think it's rated at 120 pounds or something like that. We put it on a Zebco Stinger reel, and we've got a 12-foot pole, but really we don't have to have that 12-foot pole like that. But this is the arrow we're shooting. We've got it weighted on the front end with two sockets taped on there, and I think those are like 7/16 sockets. No, it's just one socket that's a deep well to give it some weight. And we tape the string to the arrow, and we did that because if the arrow gets stuck, we can pull it and it'll rip the tape. So we're using just regular masking tape. This is for auto body work, but any kind of masking tape will work, so that we can pull that and pull the string loose. So we just tape it flat. We don't tie a knot or anything, and it's really stayed on good. We haven't had an arrow come loose yet, and we've already removed about 12 trees. So then we have to lay the string out on a tarp. I don't know if you can see the pattern right there, but we laid it out in loops. Call it like a snake or whatever you want to call it. So each loop goes down. So it's going to feed from this end, so the arrow is going to shoot out, and then it'll feed back and forth. And we had to lay it out like that because if we just tried to spin it off the reel, it's too much drag. So we had to lay it out, and we have to lay out a tarp because we're working in the woods and there's a ton of twigs, and we had to bush hog an area to get to it. So there's too many twigs and things get wrapped up in the string. String's got to flow out real cleanly. Now after we get this string up into the tree, and these trees don't have any leaves on them because they're dead, and they've been dead for a while, and that's the problem, and hopefully that'll be on another video or another section of this video. This is the bow we're using. It's just a $40 bow we ordered off of Amazon, and this is an extra arrow that we've got the weight on it. And these pieces of tape are just pieces that we've used before and just left them on there because the bright green is easier to see when they're up in the tree. Now after we get that string through, we'll put this string on it and pull this string up with it. And then after we pull this string up with it, this rope up with it, we'll pull a cable, and I believe the cable is about a 1/4 inch cable, and it's been doing really well to pull the trees down. So I want to show you, I'm going to try to shoot an arrow right here in the yard just as a demo. So give me a second to get my camera set up there, and let me see. What I want to show is maybe show the feed out. Don't know, let me see. I don't know if I'm going to show the feed out or show the arrow going up in the sky. So maybe I'll show the arrow. See if we can see the arrow going up in the sky. Well, I don't know if that's going to show it, but we'll give it a shot, so to speak. By the way, we laid out on this tarpaulin about 50 feet of string, because we need to get at least 50 feet up in the tree. And then there's another about 10 feet on the top of this pole over here. You see the pole going up? So that's the top there. So really it's about 65 feet of string, and then it'll pull off a little more off of the reel. Let me come down some, see if I can show the top of the ladder maybe. Let's see here. Losing daylight. Alright, here's the reel. Tell you what, that's going to be the best shot I can get right there. The reel, and maybe we'll see the arrow flying out through the yard there. Alright, so I'm getting my bow loaded. You've got to be very careful with this. Wear eyeglass protection, eye protection. You've also got to have a good bow, good string. You've got to be careful where this string is going to fly to. So when you get this set up, make sure the string will not get around your hand, because you don't want it to. This string won't break. So you've got to have it. So I'll be holding it with let's see, be holding it with my left hand like this. So the string, I guess the most hazardous part of it is that string going to clear my hand when it goes. And from what I can tell, there's really nothing there to clear. Sometimes I throw it, sometimes I hold the arrow like this, so the string drops down away from my hand. So that's probably the way I'll do it. Just when you're ready to shoot, just beware. You've got to be careful about where it's going to go. All right, so I'm ready to shoot. You'll hear the string probably when it hits the reel, when it gets to the reel. And I'm going to be over here to the left of the camera shooting. And we're going to try to get it about 50 feet up in the air. All right, ready to go. String's clear. What we're trying to do is get over the top of the tree, and then the gravity of the weighted, this is a string here, the gravity of the weighted arrow will usually pull the arrow right down. Sometimes we have to jiggle it a little bit, but so far the arrow has come out down from the trees every time. You can see right there, this is how much string was pulling with it. See all the string in the grass? So all that string would be extra string for it to fall down on the other side of the tree. So that's basically the way we get the arrow up and to get the string through the top of the tree. And we shoot for the limbs, and we try to get as close to the trunk as we can get. And it's really been working good. We usually get it with the first shot. And this way we can pull on the trees, and we know what direction they're going to come down. Most of the trees are dead enough. We pull them with a tractor, and we pull them from a distance. Our cable is 150 feet long, so we got plenty of distance to stay away from the trees with our tractor. I wanted to show you how to get the string over the tree, and I'll try to do more videos of the other steps. This is the first step to getting the string up into the tree to start getting